The thing is, guys, you know, I could do, like my aunt said, you know, she's had words with this woman, my mom's quote-unquote friend. She's had words with her and made her cry because she didn't like how she was treating my mom, the way she was talking to her and whatever. But she made her cry, she made her feel bad, she didn't care. But I could do the same thing to this woman who has cancer and say, how could you do that to my mother? My mother calls me up and, you know, and my mom tells me she shares this brutally honest poem with her beloved sister. And the sister negates my mother's pain, negates her reality out of guilt, out of ignorance, out of whatever. And I, of course, immediately, because I'm that way, you know, shared my mother's poem with everybody, put it on the internet, put it on Yahoo Answers, and wrote underneath it exactly what my family had done to my mother. No, it's not the best poem in the world, and I can't remember it. You know, but the gist of it is, come on, my mother experienced this, not you. You've never been sectioned to a nut house in your life, and neither have I. But I have the ability to know things. I am not ignorant. That's the thing, you guys. If my mother tells me that what's happened to her in nut houses, various ones that she has been sectioned into, as in put in against her will, for 34 years, periodically, I'm going to believe her. I would never say to her, to anybody, you know, if I don't know what you've been through, I'm not going to negate your pain in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, this is a story. This is the story of. This is a story of the mentally ill. This is the story of the mentally ill. This is a story of the mentally ill stuck away in hospitals against their will, beaten and abused, lost and confused. They roam these halls, lost and lonely, waiting for a kind word from staff or family. I know because it happened to me. It doesn't matter if you have wealth. It doesn't matter if you have a bad health. Rich or poor is the same, you see. All you get is a look of pity. Over the rest. Ends with when you're labeled crazy in this mental zoo. I know it ends like that. Nice to know it. I've put it out here several times in various forms. My videos are going to be off private, you know. I'm going to come back bigger and better than ever. I had my reasons for putting these videos on private. For one thing, I want to watch them. I want to label them. I want to tag them. I want to change the titles of some. So when I was on autopilot in LA, I didn't have the opportunity to do this. I couldn't watch hardly any of them. I didn't have time. And I'd often label them part 1, part 2, part 50. You know, not up to 50, but you know what I mean. I want them to each have individual titles, you know. So I'll be back. This is temporary. And I'm still going to upload new videos. I just have all my old videos on private. But yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm listening, you know, I'm thinking, I could hurt you, and if you ever find out about everything I've done, probably would hurt you, but you hurt me badly, and you also hurt my mom, you know. It's funny, she says, I didn't care if I made her cry. I told the truth. I didn't like how she was treating your mother. Well, I haven't liked some of the ways that you guys have treated my mother, baby. I didn't like it when you force her to cut her hair shorter than she wants it cut. You know, I didn't like a lot of things. I didn't like that nobody visited her in the mental hospital and used the excuse that it was too far away to drive. But funny how you'll drive hours to visit your family, your daughter that lives in another state. Right? But you wouldn't drive just once to visit my mom, who's so sad and lonely in that mental hospital. Where you had my aunt, the other aunt, the bad one, had put her decided to not tell anybody, including me, the daughter, the only child, where she was. And I wound up finding money that I'd had extra, whatever, but, Marion's a controller. Bottom line is she's a controller. Just the fact that she's now, my mom won that $10,000 in that case. My mom also has $5,000 from a car that she totaled. It was her fault. In any case, my mom has money now. My mom's not a child. I'm helping, as in we go together to the mall. What does Marion do? She's picking up clothes for my mother. And my mom will be like, I don't want her to get me. Well, then tell her, Mom, put your foot down. You have money. You have me here. I'm helping you pick out flattering, nice stuff. I've bought you stuff, and I've helped you pick out stuff that you bought for yourself, okay? Because you have money. We wouldn't go, Marion got me stuff too, apparently. Or just one thing, I don't know. And of course it's, if you don't like it, I'll return it. I kept the receipt. If you don't, if you don't like it, if it doesn't fit, the bottom fucking line is you don't need to even be buying us clothes. You don't need to. We don't go around buying you clothes. Have I ever in my life, unless it was birthday, Christmas, whatever, seen something and thought, you know what? My cousin or my mom or my whatever might like this. I'm going to buy it. It's on sale. I'm going to buy it for them. No. People like to pick out their own clothes. Even my mom wasn't happy about this. When I heard about it, I'm like, what? And I especially don't want her buying me anything. You know what she did? Just reinforcing why I don't like her. I don't have to like her. I don't have to like this woman. She's whatever. But you know what she did? She bought a pair of